second final game of the PUBG Mobile Global Championship. Day number 4 here, as we are going to be seeing the planes take off in towards the horizon here. What are we going to be seeing here, Sir Cloud?
We are definitely going to be seeing something special unfold here. We're now down to the last 2 games. This time the flight will begin from Los Eagles and will end up against the Oasis. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last 2 games. All eyes on at least the top 3 teams to become the king of the kings, who will be crowned champion. And let's not forget as well our top 5 fraggers on the right side of the cell heading the charts here. So they'll be gunning for their own personal glory as well. So all eyes on them as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, of course, here. Looking at a little bit of statistics here for the Miramar stats here. As of now on the screen on the left side here, this is going to be the Miramar stats for the team as well here. 4AM having one of the biggest success in this particular match, securing himself 99 in total here in the PMGC 2020 finals in Miramar itself here. Alpha 7 is a team that you don't exactly want to mess around as well here. Seems to me Alpha 7 is very comfortable in this map. Likewise for Bigatron, Red Aliens here. So we might actually see potentially well, based on these predictions here, maybe 4AM taking this game from right under the rug here, because if you notice here, XKF, Nova, and Zeus Esports doesn't exactly play too well in the map of Miramar. So this might be a crucial moment here. Will they be able to step up in this particular game here? However, up on screen right now, we are going to see Bigatron, Red Aliens here in Picado here. No contestment whatsoever. A great prime position for any team, for this team to actually rotate from any direction, especially when it comes to circle, considering that Picado is smack middle of Miramar here, Sir Cloud.
And we are just being we're being reminded on screen here of the current overall rankings, where Nova SQF 301 points. The difference is only 13 points, with Zeus at second place. 4AM 277. So the difference is 24 points from the top. With 2 games remaining, it's not impossible for 4AM to actually catch up. But like the statistics say, well, it could favor towards Nova XQF for this round, but we'll need to wait and see if that really happens. And will they be able to actually stretch their lead coming into the last game? It'll be down to their performance. The pressure is on for these top 3 teams. Man, ICB, I don't want to be the top 3 for some reason, just because of the pressure is just immense at this moment.
Oh, Sir Cloud, they actually swapped Senior in for RRQ.
Oh,
Holy,
okay.
Hey, dude, okay, this is the exact same roster where, you know, RRQ was at their prime, right? Before Beer 11 came into the picture, this was the exact same roster there in the prime. At one point, Senior was there as the supportive role. He hasn't had a lot of flashy plays. Usually, in back days here, we are expecting a lot of flashy plays coming from G9 and also D2E, but Senior was there as a role, was kind of playing a supportive role for the team here to kind of enable D2E and G9 to kind of outplay the opponent here. But now, swapping in a clutch moment substitute here, I don't know. Will RRQ be able to change the dynamics of the game? It's still insignificant yet, but if this is the prime RRQ from back in the days here, every single team in this game is gotta be afraid, because RRQ was a beast back then. There are no pushovers. If they find back their normal form, things are gonna be a little bit interesting in this final 2 games. But of course, speculation aside here, we are looking forward to see if, of course, is there going to be any sort of difference in terms of playstyle of the rest of the teams here? Because as of now, 4AM, Torre Harunada, they split up 2-2. Nothing out of the ordinary. Navi taking La Corbera, nothing out of the ordinary as well. A1 and Conina Power sharing Los Leonas, nothing out of the ordinary. Circle favoring somewhere in the graveyard vicinity. And guess what? Smack middle of them all, Nova Esports. It's a sign, you know? It's a sign, Sir Cloud. It's a sign. It might be a Nova game, bro.
It's a sign the stats do favor Nova Escape. I must point out as well, for Senior, he did put a 007 there. So he could be the secret agent that's coming in to be like, okay, I'm here, boys and girls. And maybe with that secret agent, maybe that's the sign for him to be like, I'm the one who's going to bring the chicken dinner to Araki Athena. Just to gather as many points as possible, just to be able to move up the charts as high as possible, just so that they can get more prize money. But what we can see in the area of Los Leones, we have A1 Esports as well as Cornina Power in the same compound. They could bump into each other at any point. But I think, like what you say, IC Baby, eyes will definitely be on Nova as well. Now that they are right smack into the zone, the circle god favors them, the stats god favors them as well. Now, really, I really look forward to see how they're going to do this.
I don't know, man. Like, based on the earlier scoreboard predictions here, Nova doesn't exactly score all too well. They scored about 52 points in Miramar. Yes, now the circle favors them, but it all comes down to whether can they execute the perfect execution and take the number one spot. Because 4AM loves this map a lot here, because if you don't love it, how the hell do you get 99 points in Miramar, being number one out of all the teams in Miramar? So nevertheless, here we are going to be seeing another team here, KDA. We haven't seen too much of them since day number 2 here. I'm a bit worried for them here. Something might have happened. It might be miscomm. It might be team comms issues here and there. But I don't know. I'm a little bit worried for them. Will they be able to strive here? Because we've seen based on the stat. Look at this. Ray Z, he's a man of culture, man. He's got there's a reason why he's high in terms of ranking. He's been carrying the team a lot. But at the same time, it feels like, it comes down to my predictions here. Every single team started to study their playstyles from day 3 onwards, showed their cards, and everyone's struggling against KDA. And they found a solution to fight against KDA. And I'm worried for those boys. Do they have something new installed? Because as of now, we do see Zeus Esports going to be having a small run in here as Zayo. He's all by himself, left alone here. He's going to be in the formations of PW888. So this is going to be an interesting push, because Ice is going to be going up the high ground. He does counter Zayo, goes in for a spray. Unfortunately, does not clap him in time. So that's going to be Zayo taking a couple of vehicle damage, and he's going to be safe and sound for Zeus Esports from Mongolia here, Sir Cloud.
I'll be holding my breath every time I see Zeus Esports going in for an early skirmish. This time with Power 888. Another tapping here coming in from Ice. Will he be able to take out anyone from Zeus? Zeus cannot afford to bow out any earlier than these other two adversaries for the top spot, especially with 4AM as well as Nova XQ. They cannot at all if they want to go for the championship, because we're down to the last 2 games. Any slip up for Zeus, any slip up for even Nova SK, or any slip up for 4M is going to cost them really, really dearly. Now, PW888 is probably going to be the one to stop them, but I'm just cringing here. But looks like Zeus, they managed to get away from this, and they know as well they cannot afford to make a single mistake. They're going to avoid all these fights for now and just focus on the final few circles.
Yeah, it is. I like how PW888 switched their strategy, especially for today's performance, right? They've been a little bit erratic, especially coming from yesterday's performance, and they are a team that you don't exactly want to mess around with. Yes, arguably formation-wise, they're not as experienced as some of these top-tier teams here, but they've got ideas that kind of catch people off guard, and I think. One of those games here, Zeus Esports was one of those victims where PW888 switch up their drop spots from Zarki all the way for East, and they actually caught not one, multiple teams off guard, especially when in the map of Erangel. So, I don't know. Do they have something installed planning for us? We shall see. On the screen now, we are going to be seeing Souk here. Number 1 damage average thus far. Time alive number 2. Kills average number 3. Okay, kills average number 3. I don't know about that, considering he's the kill leader out of all the players in this game. I'm not sure about that stats right there.
Well, the numbers don't lie sometimes, but we'll need to, he is not the top kill leader, but yeah, we'll see it towards the latest.
Oh yeah, you're right. He is not the top 3. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's not the first. He's on second.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a close one. I'm sorry. I actually kind of messed it up a little bit here. First one was order. Yeah. You're right. I have actually messed it up a bit. So you are right. Production stats don't lie after all. They are here to help the caster tell you a story. Apologize for that here. However, we do see QFees coming in here. Gonzo with a couple nades. Kengzo gets knocked out. A1 gets a couple shot onto his Order. We speak of the devil here. Order actually gets knocked off. I'm not sure how the fight is going to be happening here. Because on screen right now, this is going to be Team Secret Jin going up against Kanina Power. Wow. Okay, Kanina Power going to be in some for trouble here. Meanwhile, on the kill feed, we do see First Blood. Zayo actually getting a kill off the kill feed there. Meanwhile, Team Secret Jin, Kengzo is going to get knocked off as Kanina Power is going to try to hold their horses here, whereas Black White is going to be providing assist from afar. Not sure if they can go for the wraparound because as of now, Team Secret Jin, they are having their backs exposed. They don't exactly have a lot of cover to work with here. While that's another fight is happening here. In this fight, Team Secret High Boy gets a nice nade against the PNWL West champions here. Zoke will get completely naded from High Boy. This might be round number 4, ladies and gentlemen here. Team Secret versus Footballers. How's it gonna go here as High Boy completely shuts out one of the players? Will he be able to clean the house here? Because Rex is gonna go for it here. Lovelina has something to say as High Boy gets knocked down and Footballers gets their revenge. They take him out not once but twice here. But they did not completely annihilate Team Secret yet here. So that's going to be a temporary ceasefire here because as of now, Team Secret Jin and Kanina Power was having a battle for themselves. As you can see, Gonzo was forced out of the vicinity. Team Secret G going for the push. Molotov is there. Gonzo will get flushed down as Team Secret G comes up on top. Acer will hold down the fort for the team here. Team Secret G is going to be 1v1 for Zoke as well as Acer, who's going to come out on top. 2K is going to try to provide a little bit of space here. The nades are coming. He's going to drop a little bit low. He's pretty low on top of that as well. Acer is going to go in for the flush. Can he go on top? Yes, he will. And that's going to be Kanina Power clutching in for team with Acer. A big one here against the, but now Frozen. He's going to bleed out. Can he save him in time? Yes, he's going to be A-okay. Kanina Power will flush them out in 16 plays, but Kanina Power will get 4 KP in the back. So that's going to be KP getting some KPs.
KPs getting some KPs. I like that one, IC baby. And now we can see the next zone will be shown to us. Will it still favor our top 3 teams? But okay, let's hang on a second. RQ Athena close by with Team Secret. Oh, and the zone actually moves towards the southern side a little bit. And I believe that Nova XQF is in the zone, but hang on a second. Footballers and Team Secret is at it again. Matoy this time getting a knockdown onto Raum, trying to get revenge for these 2 young players, Rax as well as UI. Now the long range shot coming onto Lovas, and Lovas managed to get away and move on to his buddy to pick him up. And you can see the 2 team members of Team Secret, they have a compound below and they are actually outside the zone for these 2 teams. So Mata and iShots on the same buggy, going to make that rotation immediately because they know that they are far away from the zone. 15 more seconds before the zone closes in. They need to make a move right now. And Mafioso, oh no! Ryzen! Zaxi is now right out in the open. Mafioso has him pinned down.
The classic Alpha 7, ladies and gentlemen, here. They've take extreme risks here. And guess what? This out of the blue long range fight, there's a reason why Alpha 7 got to the second highest score in the map, Miramar. And this is exactly why they're going to show you some classic Alpha 7 gameplay here. Because right now, Bigatron, they're trapped in the valley of the Mafia Soul is going to try and pin Zaxi all by himself here. Zaxi doesn't exactly know what he's doing here. He's going to be all by himself. They've lost the vehicle on top of that. And Alpha 7, they know exactly what's up here. He's trapped. He's going to go wrap around. You can see slowly, inch by inch, his teammates are going to be providing the flank here. Zaxi is calling for help, but is this the wisest of choice? Because there's no way his teammates can actually save him here. He's pretty much trapped, surrounded by a natural fortified wall here. So this is going to be a pitfall in for him. He can't exactly find cracks to actually run for cover here because as of that, Alpha 7 is already 2 steps ahead of him. Luxia Liquid in the safeties here, a little bit too far to actually provide the assist here. I'm sorry to say, Zaxi, you are all by yourself, my friend. Meanwhile, another fight in towards the circle here. Pay attention to this. It is going to be the outskirts of La Bendita and also Los Leonas. So we might see the huge divider between La Bendita and Los Leonas, and teams are starting to make decisions to find their cover spots here. And on screen, A1 does counter the shots coming from the Rob Slayers. They are going to try and get K piece for themselves. Unfortunately to say, it is going to be a tough shot to land here coming from A1 here, Sir Cloud.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough one because there's a compound here. Abrupt Slayers, they have it nicely covered, so it's not going to be a big issue for them. But Konina Power, they lost Gonzo pretty early on. Gonzo, one of their star players, I would say, a player that's been really performing for them. Unfortunately, they'll be playing without Gonzo for the rest of this game, and the next zone will be shown to us, ladies and gentlemen. Where will it go? Oh! It goes back up north. So it will be an open area, no roads up north, maybe just the small roads, but no big roads there. And there will be a lot of high ground to be played. And now Zaxi, he's still being held hostage in this valley. And now the gunfire coming in from Mafioso and will take down Zaxi. And as what you mentioned earlier, IC baby, Zaxi, there's no way for him to get out of this.
Yeah, this is a perfect natural trap here. You know, when nature makes its call, that's the reason why they built the mountains in this vicinity here. And you can tell based on the territory here, Alpha 7 has got that all down. Unfortunately, say that will be end of Zaxi here. Bigatron Ray Aliens has to find a different approach for this fight. They're going to do it with 2 men. Meanwhile, that's actually happened here. Navi Titsi almost getting paid the price here. He dodged a bullet against RRQ, but guess what? Bigatron returns a couple fire here, but Tixi, he's in some trouble here. His Marauder's gonna explode. He's gonna be stranded out of the boat. Immediately pops a couple of smokes in. He's hoping that no one's counting up. And fortunately for him, he is gonna be a-okay. He finds himself a small little crack where he's kind of off the angles and vision of every single team here. RRQ playing a little bit risky here, spreading their forces thin here, 2-2. Spreading a little bit different here. Meanwhile, 2 of his members coming from RRQ will be scouting out ahead here. Bigatron going to be providing a little bit of assist to try and slow them down in track here as BTR. They don't exactly have vehicles here, and they might be trapped because Liquid is knocked for the moment here as Luxy needs to go in for the save as RRQ taking an opportunity here, going for the knock. He's going to go for the build here. G9 will finish him off from afar alongside with D2E, and RRQ gobbles them up like the true champions they were. Can the Kings of Pochinki rise up to the challenge here, because that was a big one against Bigatron. And it seems to me, with Senior in the picture here, RRQ seems to be a scary force here. We might wait and see, but it's still too soon to tell here, Sir Cloud.
Yeah, it's still too soon to tell. We have still 14 teams left before we see who gets the winner chicken dinner. But Bigatron Red Aliens, no kills at all. And at 14th place, that means no points for them in this round. And now we can see gunfire happening on another area. I believe it was Black White. He was knocked down in another area. And now PW888, they have a high ground position. This is a good location for them to actually farm out. And Zol, oh my goodness, Zol from Zeus has been knocked down. I see, baby. That's bad news. And now he's been finished off by Renaure. Oh no! That's not good. A belly as well. Happening out of a potato. Oh no. Now we can see a belly as well. We finish off a potato. It's falling apart for Zeus Esports.
Oh, this is not looking good for Zeus Esports here. Meanwhile, Airwolf, they have the high ground. They're going to be sharing it with PW888 on the other side of the Minas for themselves here, as the Labdita crater is one of the hardest and toughest terrains to rotate in, just because of the crater mountain itself here. So rotation without any sort of mobility is going to be a detrimental situation for either of the teams here. PW888 here going to be going for a couple shots in. Fortunately for them, the circle hasn't exactly completely closed yet, so they have a small window to breathe in. But guess what? The next circle is going to review himself. Meanwhile, we do see Paraboy already achieving the 10k mark in for themselves here. An impressive feat indeed here. The circle, oh my goodness, it is going to force everyone out of La Bandita here. As you can see, A1 Esports will have control of the circle alongside with, I believe it is going to be a Digital Athletics on the northern section of the inner circle here. So every single team is going to be storming their way in here. Who's going to come out on top here? But however, the first team that will bow out here is not going to be Team Secret here. And also Kanina Power on top of that here. So that's going to be a really, really rough battle here for some of this team at the bottom here. Meanwhile, as the game continues here, RRQ still surviving with 2 kills on top of that. They are on the insides of this next phase circle. They found themselves a couple dogs in, but A1 Esports has something to say about that here. A couple of nades being lobbed away towards RRQ. Does it connect? A couple of clips in, but they're going to be A-okay for now. Senior manages to find himself a compound to kind of solidify this open field barn with their vehicle here. and they have a little bit of room to breathe here. Meanwhile, Alpha 7 is going to be pushing them very soon here. A1 Esports trying the angles to actually go in for the shot, but the nades from Swagin will clap on towards Ernie here. RRQ taking some serious heavy fire here. But as of now, the smokes will mask their presence momentarily here. But Alpha 7, they've got to make a decision. They are still close to the zone, but that's pretty much it from the western side here. Nothing major yet. The big fight here is going to be the northeast section here. Everyone from La Bonita needs to get out right now. And one of those teams is going to be 4 a.m. Sir Cloud.
Yep, and it's 4 a.m. But no, let's put our attention a little bit here onto Nova SQF. They can probably find a couple of kills. Oh, what a nice shot here from Paraboy. Managed to take out Spav, and that's the first kill for himself. And there's 40 kills in the PMGC 2020 finals for Paraboy at this moment. And now Ice have been knocked down by Super 4 a.m. as well. And we can see the valley, the depth valley there for Arrowwolf. It's hard for them to get out. But at the same time, the zone has arrived to say hello to them. Hazelnut will force a fight there. Hazelnut will move it, but then again, Hazelnut has the lower ground. Hazelnut gets one knockdown, but Hazelnut will be taking over the play zone. Renari is still active, trying to put a lot of pressure onto Nova XQF. It now goes to the second floor. Renari will be taken down. Potato, the last man standing. There's an explosion. Arrowwolf is down at 12th place with 3 kills. Nova XQF still survived this fight.
And 4 a.m. takes him out in the picture here. That's going to be a slaughterhouse for XQF Nova. Meanwhile, 4 a.m., one of the last to rotate in from La Bonita here, gets the final kill, but the pressure is on. Every single team is coming in here. Zeus Esports, he's got Godless available, but he's going to be tanking the zone. Meanwhile, PWAAA is going to be stopping the web track here. Eventually, Ice catching off guard, and that's going to be Zeus down on 9 plays here. 4 a.m. in the running. He's taking the #1 slot here, and they completely annihilate PWAAA here. Oh my goodness, Sinher with the clutch shots here. And 4 a.m. How did they survive that onslaught? Because now they're down to the last 3 men. But ASL, Nova, what was that shot? The Mini 14 taps his head off. And oh my goodness, what a shot from afar. Abrupt Slayers out of nowhere. This is not a team you expect to be fragging out this late in the game. But guess what? Anything can happen in PUBG Mobile. It is called player unknowns for a reason here. The game is not over. Meanwhile, Abrupt Slayers, they are taking a fight with not just 4 a.m. They're also gliding a nades here. Dante gets knocked out from A1 Esports. And guess what? Everyone's got to get out at barn because the circle is going to be pushing towards Digital Athletics here. Prime position for Digital Athletics to take the circle. As you can see, this solidified the compound. But Alpha 7 Mafioso has something to say about that here. He's going to be slowly creeping his way towards Digital Athletics. And despite having the compound here, not a lot to work with here. Not a lot of a potential vision to actually get those kind of advantage here. The only vision they have is towards 4 a.m. And little did they know, there is Alpha 7 creeping behind here. Meanwhile, 4 a.m., they're going to be setting out couple smokes here, splitting up the forces. We're seeing her taking the vehicles here. They're going to be sending out Hasaki to try and possibly lurk their way with the vehicle. And on top of that, Silas, he's gonna have a loot drop for him, additional cover for him to work with here. And on the kill feed, we do see Hisaki also knocking off towards Leon, on towards the northern section of the circle here. Rob Slayers, they are taking some serious heavy fire here. 4 a.m. Hasaki, not too happy with what happened to him, done by Abra Slayers. He's gonna reply with a revenge here. Now towards the final 16, 17 alive here. DA Silas, he's got something to say about this here, as DA is still holding the compound, refused to move, and is Silence playing a little bit cheeky here. Finds a really nice angle trying to pick a fight against 4 a.m. Meanwhile, Sook, the pro shots, they take ASL on in 6th place here, Sir Cloud.
And Zook managed to get another kill there. So that's what now? 8 kills for 4 a.m. But Zook, oh my goodness, that long range shot from Solus with an M4. And now Solus not letting it go. He wants to finish off with the grenade. Can he actually do that? But 4 a.m. they still have other team members and Hasaki from another angle, putting a lot of pressure onto A1 at the same time. So will be finished off by Solus, and now it's only Hasaki and Zine now to move into the zone. They don't have the zone at the moment, and there's no more time. The zone will come in. Hasaki managed to get knocked out the Jax. And Wari moves. Wari gets the knockdown. Hasaki will be from the zone. Sinister is in the zone. Swaggin will be knocked down. And Swaggin will finish off by Dante. Alpha 7 is out at 5th place with 4 kills. Hasaki is now down. Sinister, the last man standing for 4 a.m. Managed to slip into the zone. I see, baby.
Oh my god, seeing her. That was a close call from Hasaki. He dodged a bullet from Sinister here. Unfortunately to say, Digital Athletics has something in store for them here because this is the Digital Athletics that we are expecting here. It's been 2 days, but now in the final day, in the final match here, might be the time for them to shine here because 4AM's got one people. Oh boy, he's got one as well. And the nades almost takes him out, Silas. He lobs it perfectly here, but despite the changes of the nade here, not going to be enough to take him for Sinher. But now Sinher and Oh Boy going to be sharing it side by side. Are they going to be A-okay? Because as of now, creeping behind is going to be A1 Esports here. They have the high ground, they have the advantage, they have the circle, D8. They have to make a decision now. Who do they want to fight? Do they take the guys against A1 here? But little did they know, Sinister already has some plan in store for him because he is going to be flanking from the sides here. Solus gets hacked up a little bit here, but nothing out of the ordinary yet. But the circle is coming in. Seeing her, look at this. He's clipping on the edge of the circle. He needs to make a move, but oh boy, he refused to move a muscle from Navi Esports. He has to make a play here, but seeing her, he does see the vision from the guys of DA, but at the same time, he doesn't want to expose his position. Meanwhile, he gets scouted out by Shoykot, and that's gonna be 4AM down on 4th place. Navi still in the game as well. Oh boy, finally reveals his position. Gets a nice knock towards Silence, but from behind, the zone is coming into the way. Can he get the first aid? The Razy, he wants to finish him off, but at the same time, he's a little bit too low. He needs to pop the first aid. Oh boy, needs to go for the push. Razy is there. He's looking for the pixel, but the smokes has been set up. Now, lobbing a Kobe in. Razy is going to go for the push. Can he come up on top? The Uzi sprays are coming in. But Razy catches it for a team, but eventually gets taken out by the zone. Navi bowing out on 3rd place. Without it, they will take down DA on top of that. But taking advantage of the situation, it is going to